Hey Rams, welcome to this week's K-Ram. This is Peyton Packer.
And I'm Caleb Selvig. We have a lot to get into this week.
The last couple of broadcasts, we have announced the door decorating contest that is going on this month across the school.
What you probably don't know is that this contest is brought to you by the members of our Emerging Leaders class.
Rather than just giving you the announcement, K-Ram decided to go in depth to see how this contest started and how you could get involved.
The annual door decorating contest at Rampart has kicked off this year with a new theme. K-Ram asked students from Emerging Leaders how this year is going to work for our competitors, as well as what they're excited for.
The theme for this year is anything October, so it could be something Halloween or pumpkins, harvest, anything.
The competition will be the teachers can pick any one of their periods and classes to decorate their door, whatever theme they want, based on October.
I'm excited that it's different theme. Usually we do something around the holidays and more winter wonderland kinds of themes, but this time it's the first time where it's something October.
To see all the creativity because it's such a broad theme.
The excitement for door decorating is stirring through our team of staff as we ask them what they did last year.
Last year was Grandma got run over by a reindeer, and we were looking for that particular reindeer.
So last year I just made it a big present, but the year before I did a Calvin and Hobbes snow day.
Last year I think we did like a snow scene. It was a lot of fun.
The competition is tough, but teachers are ready for it and ready to win.
I'm very competitive. Yes, we will win.
Absolutely.
I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Make sure you place your votes on doors throughout the school. This has been Ryan Crawford reporting for K-Ram.
The contest is going on now. Doors have to be decorated by the 27th of October to be eligible for judging.
The Emerging Leaders are not the only group doing things for our Rampart community.
The GSA does events all year long. They've run the pumpkin decorating contest at the Trunk or Treat for years and have recently sponsored a Ram Closet to help kids across Rampart High School feel comfortable in their own clothes.
This year, Rampart brings a new addition of support for students called the Ram Closet. We asked members of Ram Pride what the closet is and how it will benefit the community.
The Ram Closet is a collection of donated clothes of a lot of different sizes and kinds that the Rampart community can access whenever it needs to, any of our students for whatever reason.
The Ram Closet is a closet that has clothes for anyone that is in need of them, whether that be because your family is struggling or you need clothes that are based off of your gender identity and to help feel that euphoria that you want and need.
The Ram Closet is a place where people can donate clothes for other students to take. You don't have to pay anything, you can just come in and take what you need.
Just having an option to come and find something just is really helpful for a lot of people that I know.
Ram Pride has been working hard to make the closet accessible.
When we were first making it, I helped sort out some of the stuff.
I contribute to the closet by helping organize, just making sure everything's ready, really.
There have been folks asking for clothes in some capacities, and so we just got together as a community, and Ram Pride collected the donations and sorted them and made sure that they were viable to give out to other students and helped organize and build that.
Well, us in the Ram Pride Council, we sort of went through the whole process of like collecting the donated clothes and sorting them and finding a place for the closet and putting it all together and getting all the supplies that we need, like clothing racks and bins, and just making sure that it's ready to go.
Everyone can use the closet, no matter the reason.
Those who need clothes that they don't have for winter or clothes that better suit their identity, and it just helps everyone.
It benefits me because I am able to access clothes that give me gender euphoria and clothes for the winter time when my family's struggling the most.
It benefits me because I know that I can go there if I ever need anything for like clothing or anything like that.
The closet is currently in room 401, however it will be moved to 216. Feel free to check it out the first and fourth Mondays of each month. This has been Ellyanna reporting for K-Ram.
The closet is room 401 right now if you need to stop by, but we'll be moving to room 216 in the future.
K-Ram continues to try to highlight all the new staff here at Rampart.
This week we take a look at Miss Johnson, one of our new English teachers.
Along with many other staff members this year, Ms. Johnson has recently joined the Rampart community. As a new sophomore English teacher, Ms. Johnson interacts with both students and staff members daily and has the chance to form connections with many individuals at Rampart.
The Rampart environment has been really great. Everybody is very accepting and welcoming. All the new teachers have been really inviting and have helped me out a lot. The students here are amazing. I look forward to coming to work every day. I like to go to all the sporting events and see all the other passions they have outside of school.
Miss Johnson is a really cool teacher. She has such a good personality and a positive attitude all the time. She's always smiling in the classroom, and she has a great way of connecting with students.
Miss Johnson, I think she's a pretty cool teacher for the first year. I think she's pretty good.
I think she's a really good teacher, especially for it being her first year. I think she's doing a really good job.
I think she's a nice teacher and she makes work fun and she makes it easy and explains stuff really easy. I love her energy. She's always happy and she's never mad or negative. She's always the most positive person you'll ever meet.
I actually didn't decide to be a teacher until I got into college. Last year I was student teaching at Doherty. It was part of my college program, so to become a teacher you have to student teach for a year. I think being at Doherty taught me a lot about how to manage a classroom and how to engage a classroom. It got me really excited to have a whole classroom of students of my own.
She said she was an assistant teacher last year, going in the first year. She's very energetic. She loves everyone who teaches.
Personally, I thought new teacher straight out of college, I don't know how this is going to go, but it's actually really good. I really like her a lot. She's one of my favorite teachers.
I've always loved working with kids. I think the opportunity to just inspire and work with kids every day is really fun.
I like her teaching style a lot because she gets everybody included. She makes sure that everybody is paying attention and that we all have fun while doing it.
Miss Johnson gives us like less work, I guess, and she's more like chill about like due dates and stuff. So it's not really stressful as my other classes.
I like her teaching style a lot better than last year. I liked my teacher last year, but we would kind of just sit there. She would tell us what to do, but with Miss Johnson, she explains everything really well, and then the whole class does all the activities together.
Definitely my favorite part about teaching so far has been the students here. Building relationships with them, seeing them every day, supporting them in everything they do in life. It's been really, really fun. I think it's the best job ever.
If you pass Miss Johnson in the halls, make sure to welcome her to the Community Rams. This has been Malaysia Schaefer reporting for KRAM.
Join us as we welcome Miss Johnson to Rampart.
Any way you look at it, the cell phone has become an integral part of society, but sometimes can be harmful to what a teacher is trying to accomplish.
The cell phone policy in each Rampart classroom varies and is set by the teacher of each class.
KRAM wanted to see how both staff and students feel about cell phone policies.
Cell phones can be used in an appropriate way and an inappropriate way in school. Cell phone policies depend on a teacher's perspective of what is appropriate.
My cell phone policy, in all of my classes, when my students walk into my classroom, they place their cell phone in a pocket holder, and they each have a number. It's pretty much in alphabetical order, so it's easy for them to remember. Sometimes they come in my classroom before the bell rings and they have their phone, but they're pretty good at just, as soon as the bell rings, putting their phone away.
I teach mainly seniors, so I believe that they're adults, so I allow them to have cell phones in the classroom as long as when I'm teaching or I'm talking, the cell phone should be put away. And then if they have work time, they can get their cell phones out and use them throughout the day.
So my cell phone policies are a bit different, mainly because my kids have to use electronics a lot. And sometimes we're looking up things and trying to find facts about things. So during the actual period, most of the time they can use their phones. But if I'm talking or demonstrating something, giving a tutorial, then yeah, I'll ask them to put their phones away. And if I have to warn them more than once or twice to put it away, it becomes mine for the rest of the period. So it's a pretty simple cell phone policy. I do give it back at the end of the period.
The pros, if we're not doing anything to it's something to do, and the cons is it's pretty distracting sometimes.
School is for learning. Teachers at the end of the day are always just trying to help their students learn. Phones used inappropriately hinder the learning process. It can be disrespectful to the teacher's time and effort they put into helping their students succeed.
Well, for me, I teach language, so it's all about communication. And if you're distracted by a phone, a text, or something that's coming through, then you're not engaged with each other. And I really want students to learn how to communicate with each other. So that's why I'm not against technology. I think there's lots of ways we can use it, and phones are, everyone has lots of things that they do with their phones, but I believe that when you're communicating with each other, you need to not have that distraction.
Every once in a while I have a student that likes to test it, which usually becomes a one-on-one situation where I address that with the student on a case-by-case basis. So I'm not going to say there's any hard and fast discipline that goes on, but usually when I explain my reasoning for wanting them to pay attention, I've found most kids will say, yeah, that makes sense.
I think that strict teachers
are good for the sake of being able to focus on the course material more, depending on your learning style, and not being distracted by your phone. But I think that a looser phone policy can also help with being able to get some extra stimulation to help focus depending on what you need.
If you are bored in class, depending on your teacher's policies, refrain from using your phone. Read a book, find a non-distracting fidget, work on homework, and always respect your teacher's phone policies. They put them in place to benefit you.
I don't know, sometimes maybe it's a relief not to have that in front of you all the time. It's kind of a nice time to take a break from technology and everything that's coming through.
This has been Kyber Bast, reporting for KRAM.
Thanks to the students and staff that shared their policies and opinions.
We finish off today with a student profile.
Adan Andrade has been involved with our live sports broadcasting classes longer than any student currently at Rampart.
He is an officer in the class and a brilliant sports commentator and journalist.
We focused on him for this story.
He's gone! Touchdown, Rampart Rams!
Behind the scenes of Rampart sporting events, Rampart sports broadcasting class is hard at work.
So when you watch sports on TV, you see a scoreboard, you see commentators, you see the shots being changed constantly, reporters in the field, and that takes a lot of work, and that's basically what we do here.
We have commentators, 2 different cameras, maybe sometimes 3 depending on where we are. And we have a switchboard operator that changes between all the cameras, who also makes sure it all sounds good, and then we also have slow-mo for football.
It's a lot of cables, a lot of monitors, a lot of preparing that has to go into it beforehand. It's not just as easy as turning on a camera and putting on a microphone and commentating. It's a lot of work.
Adan Andrade has been working behind the scenes as a sports broadcasting officer for years.
So Adan's been taking sports broadcasting for 3 years, but unlike most students who take it first semester, Adan likes to what I call double dip. He takes it first semester and then he takes it second semester. So he's by far and away our most experienced sports journalist.
Great guy. He always helps you with anything that you need and is just all around a great commentator.
Adan mostly commentates. He loves commentating and he is amazing at commentating.
A good commentator can really add to the sport, make it more exciting, and that is my passion, and I really enjoy doing that.
I first commentated with him this year, and I think it was a volleyball game, and made me want to go more into commentary and just has helped me with my commentary.
Despite the steep competition, last September, Rampart Sports Broadcasting Program received first place for sports broadcasting in Colorado.
When Adan's on the mic, he's pretty much a powerhouse of sports broadcasting. So in many ways, Adan was a huge part of why we won that award this year.
It was really special because the other years become really close. I had an honorable mention last year and second place freshman year. And I never gone to that first place, and I always thought to myself, one day hopefully I can get that first place, and finally getting it, it was really special for me.
Adan is clearly a special asset to the sports broadcasting team with a bright future in commentary.
He knows it all. He's a brilliant sports analyst, and he brings that to every broadcast he does, which is very cool.
It is something I want to do in the future. I actually want to study for it and hopefully, make it big one day and commentate, maybe hear me on TV one day.
To be honest with you, and he doesn't know this yet, every year at the state competition at the end of the year, they allow us to submit one student for broadcast personality, and hands down, I think Adan should be Rampart's submission because he's fantastic.
Congratulations, Adan, and thank you for your years of hard work. Can't wait to see what you have in store for the future. This has been Caitlin O'Keefe reporting for KRAM.
Thank you, Adan, for serving the Rampart High School community.
That's all we have for this week, Rams.
Enjoy your 3-day weekend.
This has been Peyton Packer.
And I'm Caleb Selving, and we'll see you next week. You got it? No. I'm not touching it.
Adan Andrade.
No, it's not. No, see right there. It's not da-dun-da-da. No, it's not da-dun-da-da. It's
it is.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No.
Not da-dun-da-da.
No.
Oh gosh, that's embarrassing. Anyway, let's get back to Karen.